I won't even talk about United, but I'm just talking from a City point of view, right? Your star player is back in the team. You have a new star goalkeeper.
Yep.
Your striker is like firing average one a goal per this season. What more can you ask for, man?
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Football Kaki. I'm your host HAALAND and I'm joined by my fellow Kaki bro and fellow Manchester United fan who probably decided to turn off the game early, just like I did, because it was horrible to watch. Paul, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing well, bro. I just came back from Vietnam. I was in Vietnam over the weekend.
You went to Vietnam 2 days, then you came back to watch the United game?
I went on Friday morning, like 5 a.m. It was like a 3 day, 2 night thing. Quite a quick one. To me, a little bit too short. But just a quick layover there. You know.
Holiday or was it holiday or work trip?
Holiday, bro. All I can say is, right, Vietnam is way cheaper than like Bangkok. Honestly, I can live there like maybe less than $10 a day.
Actually, okay. Honestly, right, in Singapore, you can live on less than $10 a day. It's just that most of us just decide not to.
No, I don't think you can.
You can.
All three meals. 3 meals plus your Grab, plus your MRT.
No, I feel that if you decide to do meal prep, you still can do it.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner?
Can.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner plus MRT, go to work and come back to work. Come back from work.
Okay, that one, no. If you're talking about meals and everything, then okay. I think if let's say
if just
you're talking train and everything, if you're talking train and everything, right, I think maybe you can do $15 Singapore a day.
Yeah.
Can. $10 is meal, not the...
Yeah, 10 for 3 meals, I think it's quite a stretch, but I think can be done also. Yeah.
No, can be done. I feel that it's always can be done is whether you eat out or whether do you meal prep.
If you meal prep, anything can be done. Yeah, okay. Any bottom line is, I think it was that show. Really, it was crazy.
How's the weather?
First day was okay, but we went in like during the raining season. So the second day was like quite a nightmare. But it was okay lah because we were mostly indoors. But other than that, I think pretty fun. I went to this famous TikTok shop that they sell football jerseys. Real like retro kits. And then I bought myself a retro England kit, which I will show you next time lah. For like $6. I think it's the quality is not it's not the top grade like what you find in Western and all this, right? But for $6, I think if I wear it right, people won't tell we will tell you. You know. It's not like the word is like wrong.
I think jersey aficionados, right, will be able to tell.
Yeah, but where am I going to find a 2004 England jersey? Or a Western? I won't be able to find it.
No.
So the only way to buy is like from places like that.
or like you know, like the classic football jersey type of like websites or those type of things. Then probably can find, but you're gonna pay like upload towards a premium for that particular jersey. Yeah. Do you want to spend like over $100 on that jersey? Maybe not.
Yeah. Bro, I was this close to buying the 2009 Man United Roma jersey.
And then why didn't you buy?
Close. I had a stomach ache, so I left the shop.
So your stomach.
I already bought the stuff. Then when I was walking out, I saw, this section is all Man United, right? Then I see maybe I want to buy the. I was looking at the 2009. I'm looking for it actually, the 2009 blue AIG one.
The Ronaldo one.
But I found the 2009 Man United Roma final.
Oh, the white color one, the white one.
Then I was like, okay, maybe I want to try it. But then I had a stomach, so I'm just gonna leave.
So even in Vietnam, right, you were sick to your stomach when it came to Man United, literally. Yeah.
It had so much so I had to leave the premise.
Yes, it had so much pain. I can't believe your stomach dictated whether you wanted to buy an 09 jersey. Yeah. But Bruno Fernandes said that we are not to live in the past anymore. So we are not going to talk about the past of Manchester United. We are going to talk about the present, which basically leads us to why we have to talk about the past. Anyway, moving on to today's episode, we are going to have our what's going on and talk about the Manchester Derby. We have a few comments as Manchester United fans, and I think it is time that we decided to address them because you've heard us rant before on Man United. I think this is the first time that we're actually going to talk about something that we have kind of tried to avoid since Ruben Amorim take over, which is basically his system. Is it time to change it? or is it not? And we will discuss a yes or a no and give our opinions. Then we're going to follow up with our match of the week, which is Arsenal versus Manchester City. And it's kind of weird because both of them are not really going to fight for the title now, considering that both teams are not in great form, but they are still straddling on and surviving. We shall see. So, before we get into all that, let's go over to our what's going on. So, bro, what's going on that technically this week both of us decided what's going on together. So, what is it?
I think that what's going on, right, is like the Burnley, right? They did so well for the entire game.
Yep.
In that one moment, they lost the game because of this ex-Manchester United player.
Yes.
Decided to stick his hand out from a Frimpong cross and resulted in a penalty. So, okay, honestly, I don't really think there is much of a debate lah. What do you think?
Yep.
I think it's a clear and obvious attempt to block the ball with the hand.
I feel that when I look at it, right, it looks okay. It's a justified handball. That's what I'm saying. But the problem, I think that why this is brought up, right, it's not literally because of that particular handball itself. It's because there are many instances in games, right, where there's a natural shout for a handball, even though the ball hits the hand. And I think this entails all the way back to, remember that 1 or 2 seasons where the moment there is contact with an arm is considered handball?
The Gareth Bale return to Spurs season, right?
Correct. So that one
like
season,
they hit
right,
the ball to the hand, then they say handball.
Hand is handball. Is handball, or like those type of like situations. But now is whether they're talking about whether the handball was intentional. So if you're looking at that, right, because they say that for it not to be considered a handball, right, technically I think the rule is more or less like it has to be your arm has to be in a natural position. This is situation, right, you can argue that it could have been a natural position because he turned. Yeah, so it's like he didn't like flail his arms trying to jump or like whichever, like he turned. So if he turns, your arm will naturally kind of like you don't turn with your arms tight like that, man.
Yep.
Usually when you jump, you turn, your arm is always going. You're using your arms to turn. So because of that, right, there's a lot of arguments saying that Hannibal's handball shouldn't be a handball because he was literally turning his back. It just so happened that he was swayed that the ball hit his hand. So I don't know, bro. Like we both of us think it's a handball, right? But in that type of circumstance, could you have given it the other way?
I think, right, if his arm was not like that, you see, if he's like that, like if it was closer to his body, right, then I think it will be just like a rather ball to hand rather than handball, you know. But then it's the fact that his hand was awkward in a position and he wasn't even looking at the ball. And there's this thing that I don't understand how they can measure intent, whether the handball is intended or not.
Yeah, correct.
It's whether the most obvious one is whether the hand is in the awkward position or not. In this instance, it was very, very awkward. It was away from his body.
Yes.
And the ball his hand literally stopped the ball from going into a dangerous position. So it was a very obvious thing. And the fact that his reaction didn't help his cause. The moment he put his hand to his face because he knows it's a penalty. Yeah. So not much debate in that actually. The only thing I have like concerns with is how are they going to measure intention, whether it's intended or not, you know? Because I can jump in the same way as him, right?
Yes.
But I can say it's not intentional, ma. You know, you get what I mean?
Yes.
No, actually, no player in their right mind will jump hands failing, intending to hit the ball. Because if it's intended, you just do it like a goalkeeper style, ma. It can never be an intentional handball. It's always like awkward, you know, or sometimes a rebound, or like you trying to dive and get the ball, then your hand suddenly come up. I don't think it's as bad as 2 seasons ago, the handball situation. I think it has gotten better. It's just that in this moment, is so much spotlight on it because this moment literally decided the fate of the game.
Yep, I agree because that led to the penalty which Salah converted that gave Liverpool their win. But I mean, for example, like when you're talking about intent, right, I can come up with a few examples of what you really call an intentional handball. So, and one is Luis Suarez semi-final.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Or like the going to the semi-final, that one, right? That is blatant like reaction, hands are like up at the face one, right? But there are also other instances whereby like the one that comes to mind is, remember Sergio Romero at Spurs, Man United?
Yes.
So that one, right? Is that intentional?
Not intentional, but the hand is so awkward. Eh? How is this? How is your hand above your
head, right?
And away from your body?
Correct.
Not awkward position. It literally stopped the ball from going into the net.
Yeah, I agree.
So it should have been a red card and like penalty. Yeah, I think the one that is intentional, the other one that comes to my mind, right, is remember the Oxlade-Chamberlain one against Chelsea? Then the referee sent off the wrong player. The referee sent off the
Oh yeah, that one I remember.
Gibbs,
I remember.
right? Gibbs,
Yeah, he sent off Gibbs instead of Ox.
That one was like he dived and like he literally did a goalkeeper dive.
Yep.
Yeah, so that one that's another example of intended handball.
Correct. So they call it like more or less like a deliberate, unnatural, or denies or creates a goal scoring opportunity. So I think also sometimes one thing we have to consider is that player reaction when the ball happens maybe does have a direct influence. So like you were talking about Hannibal's reaction to the ball hitting his hand, maybe had a part to play. The other one also is maybe like opposing players trying to demand a handball. Like example was yesterday in the Manchester derby, right? Sesko, remember the Sesko claim for the handball? The one they said that it was his chest lah. So like it was like this chest here. This chest area. So it's like sometimes stuff like that actually ends up causing a ruckus for absolutely nothing, which could have an influence on the referee's mind when he gives the handball lah. But when it comes to handball, you and I both agree at this point in time, right, is what's intentional, what's not. Because when you jump, no matter what, you still have to use your arms. Your arms have to be at the start of your body for you to elevate yourself. Right? No matter how hard you jump one, right? It's like if you do any more jump, right, your arms have to go up, then you have to come down to swing. Right? Or you have to swing your arms up to jump up and come down. Right? So no matter what, right, you have to use your arms to jump. Like that, wouldn't you say that the handball rule is, no matter what, is open to interpretation, is never fixed one?
I think it really depends on the situational lah.
Yeah.
In some cases, controversial.
So many times,
that's the reality of football lah, I think.
Yeah. I agree. But enough about the handball. Let's talk about the Manchester derby now, and where there was like a lot of calls for handball for Sesko, but which ultimately was denied. But at the end of the day, City beat United 3-0. Erling Haaland got a hat-trick, and United were absolutely just clobbered to a point where I think it leaves a lot of question marks for a lot of things, and it highlights United's really very big urgent needs and what they need to change and what I think they need to get rid of. Let's begin by talking about overall performances for both teams, right? Let's talk about City. How do you rate City's performance?
I wouldn't say they were like at their tip-top best,
Yes.
It's not, I think the score flattered them a bit. It's more of like United can't even get the basics right. That's why they capitalize on it. It's just really down to the individual brilliance. Or like Haaland, that one-on-one goal. Yeah. And then the Foden one is like, in a way, it's a bit lucky lah. Like how the Doku crossed the ball, then deflected back to him, he crossed again, then he headed the ball in. It's a bit situational, but yeah, I think they did deserve to win. There's no doubt. I think it's just that they were not like the old Man City lah. Maybe that's what they needed lah. They just needed to get the result and the 3 points.
Yep. Oh, correction to everybody. Sorry, it was Haaland with 2 goals, Foden with 1. I forgot that Foden scored the first goal. I think for me, just by the way that I look at City, like you can tell they're still not sharp, because at the beginning, right, like they were sloppy lah. Like Reinders had a lot of misplaced passes. How do you pronounce his name? Kusanov or something like that.
Kusanov, yeah.
Yeah, Kusanov.
Bro, he's good, yeah.
He's good, but just that
there was a bit reckless.
Yeah, there were times that they were a bit reckless lah, and then Doku, he was trying to get past like Masraoui, but everything, it was just like they were still struggling a bit. Yep. But it was more to do, I feel, that is because when they took their chances upon it, right, you could literally see why City were still City. Yeah. Because
bro, and can I just say, right, Donnarumma, he's good, yeah. Right?
He's good.
He's like really what an addition to this team.
The calmness on the ball is one thing. He denied, I think, about two or three Man United goals. So I can name was the one where if he hadn't come out for the ball, Ahmad would have scored. The one-on-one with Sesko where his body is so big, right, that Sesko tried to chip him, it just bounced off his chest. And then the Mbeumo shot. So it's stuff like that where it kind of emphasizes how good of a goalkeeper you have to be to really kind of like be the one that say, okay, I can save this particular game. Like I agree that Donnarumma had a good performance, but any other standout City players other than Haaland and Haaland, Donnarumma?
I think Rodri coming back is what an addition. Bro, the more he play, I in my mind, I'm defeated already. There's no way our midfield can match him. And the fact that they didn't even need like De Bruyne, it's just that whenever Rodri is on the ball, it's like the ball is going near him, I just can forget about it. I don't even need to press him. Don't even need to go near him. Just accept your fate, Yeah. And then for some reason, Doku don't usually play well. But when he play against us, bro, he completely destroyed us. Yeah.
He destroyed us today, bro. Example was, he kept running against our wingbacks.
Yeah, and
which
then
I'm starting to
the-
have like
the-
very big question marks already.
Yeah, and then he dribbled past Luke Shaw like he wasn't even there.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I won't even talk about United, but I'm just talking from a City point of view, right?
Yeah.
Wow, you know, it's like your star player is coming. Your star player is back in the team. You
Yep.
have a new star goalkeeper.
Yep.
Your striker is like firing average one a goal per this
Yep.
season. What more can you ask for, man?
Yeah.
And you have like 4 players injured. Like Chucky,
Chucky's
Nori, yeah.
And they played Bernardo Silva at like right back.
Right wing, then right back, yeah.
Right winger, right back. So it's like, oh, okay. I just
They're
put
just, they're just flexing. Yeah.
I just put my captain at the side. Just to prove a point. But I think right, like even so we don't want to talk about United, we kinda have to, because despite City's good performances, right? My goodness, will be bad. No matter what we do, what we have, right? In the season we have to address a midfielder and I think a right wing back. Because wow, Bruno gotta go.
I think let's just put this as a totality, as a whole, instead of going like one player by player. You know, I think we can, if we talk player by player, we can talk until the cows come home.
I think we'll just
I think it's
just
more
do a
of
quick summary.
Yeah, we just do a quick summary. I think it's just maybe we just discuss that. Like, is it the system or is it the players? Okay, players we all know, but is it the system? Is it the coach? What is it? We got in like 4 new players this year, and then it seems to be the same.
Yep. Okay. So I look at it more like this way. I think let's just move on to United's performances, and basically let's just compare City. So system wise, I can point you to one example, right? Is clear definition, right? Is Sesko, Haaland, lack of service versus actual service. So you can see that with City, right, is the midfielders are immediately just pushing the ball straight up to Haaland, just so that he can run in and get in behind. Sesko has a great jumping ability, and he can and do things, but nobody's feeding him the ball. We used to get annoyed when Valencia used to drive the ball like into the box and not whip it, right? I would gladly take a driving ball right now into the box just for Sesko to get to it.
Or like the David Moyes, 46 crosses, that one.
Correct. Like
it, bro.
that.
You take that down.
just take it. Just get the ball into the box because he's there. But the whole game, right, nobody gave him a chance.
Yeah, so it's like, in a way, what Højlund has been frustrated about, right?
Yep.
No service. Yeah, I don't know why. Right? You are playing wing backs, right? That like to have this tendency to love to cut in. You are a wing back, you're not a winger, you know.
Yeah.
You're not Mboimo, or you're not like Vinicius Junior or whatever.
Correct.
Ahmad, right? He's supposed to be a wing back, right?
Yep.
Half the time he's just trying to like cut in and take a shot, or like cut in and I don't know, just try to take on a man, which after a while gets too predictable, right?
Yep.
Or the chance of error is higher. So when you get dispossessed, you need to run back. You force your 6 of your 7 of your teammates to run back.
Correct.
Which is crazy, I don't understand.
Which brings us to the next portion, right? Which is basically is the system. I think both of us have talked about this, like at minimum, right? But we haven't talked about it ad nauseum, right? So I think this next few minutes, right, we're just going to talk about this, right? Does Amorim need to change his system? Because he has come out yesterday and saying that he is not going to change his system. And if United, the board want him to change the system, right, they have to go and find somebody else. Question, as a fan, right, and you've been watching this for the past like six months, right? Is the system a problem? And does it need to change?
I think it's a mixture of both. Okay, but majority... Okay, we talk about like the core of this top squad, right? End of the day, it's been 5 years now, right? We still ask ourselves, what is the best formation for this team?
Yep.
We all don't know, bro. You don't know, I don't know. You ask you ask Jamie Carragher also, I tell you, they also confirm don't know one. The only thing that I have issue with Amorim's formation or like system, right, is that no other teams in the EPL is playing 3 at the back. Maybe you can argue like the last one who did it successfully was like Conte.
Yeah, Tuchel also.
Yeah, 3-5-2, right? Of all teams, right, United is the last team to be playing 3-5-2. They have no discipline. Their players are not even suited to play 3-5-2. Your assessment of, like, let's say Ahmad to play right wing back is wrong. Because he has been a winger his entire life. This doesn't mean that he can play there, right? Doesn't mean that it's his best position. You get what I mean, right? Yeah. So like, we were so fascinated last year, this Ahmad can play right wing back. So moving forward, we shall play him right wing back. But he doesn't have the physicality for it. He doesn't have the stature to make tackles. Defensively, he's less than useless. So I don't understand what was the fixation on it, lah. And then if you're gonna bomb Mashraoui right wing, like from a right centre back to run up and down, then you are just leaving your centre backs alone all the time, you know.
Yep.
I think formation is one tough thing to get rid on, to get fixed on, because if let's say we were to try something next week and then it doesn't work, then we will just be we'll just be trying different things all over the time, which I don't think Amorim wants lah, because Ten Hag did make this mistake. Like initially he wanted to stay with his philosophy, end up he succumbed to
succumbed to pressure.
just like pressure, and then playing a system that doesn't suit him lah. This system seems to be dwindling lah, like rapidly. Stats wise, we started well, but the only way is to stick with it lah. That's the only thing I can say now.
Okay, I think for me, right, the biggest issues that I have with this is that Luke Shaw shouldn't be left centre back. He should be left wing back.
He shouldn't even be playing.
If he plays, he should be left wing back, but he shouldn't be the starting left wing back.
Left centre back.
Yeah, I think Aiden Heaven being injured has caused this problem where he has no choice but to play Luke Shaw at left centre back, because Delete and Maguire are too slow to play the outside centre back. They are better at the centre. And Martinez is still injured. I do think that if Lisandro was there, Lisandro probably would have been left centre back with Lenny Euro on the right. The issue that I think I have, right, is because their midfield is too old.
Or too slow. Right.
Or too slow. Or too ill-disciplined. Maybe ill-disciplined is not one thing. They cannot carry the ball up fast enough. Or they cannot get it out. So like, let's say, for example, one very good example, right, is that Bruno is slow on the ball. Like the play, like, okay, let's say, for example, what I'm talking about, right, is a Ronaldo Gareth Bale, I'm driving the ball out. You get what I mean, right? Or like the Cesc Fabregas stuff, like, okay, get the ball, push, go, run out, KDB type thing. Where it's not really about the passing skill set, it's more about how do I get the ball from my third to your third in 3 to 4 seconds.
Without losing it, right?
Without losing it. So which is why like they want like players like Baleba, they want Stiller, they want Andy Wharton, because they are the guys that, okay, I can control the ball, I can keep it, but I can turn and I can move, I can shift. What I saw yesterday was United's midfield always losing the ball because they're too ill-disciplined is one thing, but they're too unaware of everything that's around them.
Totally agree, man.
And one very good example was, if you are proper number 8 or number 6, right, you have been in front of Foden when the goal happened, not behind.
Yep.
You get what I mean? And if you were proper centre back, you would have been in front of Foden if the ball had come in. So by right, Foden should have been blocked by 2 players. But instead, he just walked in and he was wide open again because Luke Shaw and Bruno didn't pick up the man. I agree with you in a sense where, no, he shouldn't change his system, because his system is what got him to United. And it is, so far, in terms of chance creation, it is still working. The problem is that you solve your front, you kind of need to resolve your back, and you need to settle the middle, which is the most critical thing. Because I do think if you get 2 solid midfielders, right, the behind the defense, right, I think you can kind of like live with it.
Yeah, you can still wait until the next window, right, or something.
Correct, but the midfield needs to get sorted out, like the 2 players with the number 8 on the back, 8 and 18, they gotta go.
It's crazy, yeah. It's like you put the most ill-disciplined player in this team in the role that requires you to be the most disciplined.
Exactly.
You put Bruno there, it's crazy.
Then like that, my question is, should we just drop the idea, then put Bruno on the left side to replace Cunha until Cunha comes back, and then you just put Mainu in the middle with Ugarte?
He should have been playing
up front, right?
Up front. Don't even get me started on Mason Mount. Really. It's like, I already told you this so long time ago. It's like he's gonna come back and play like 3 games, right? And then he's gonna rip his leg again. Yeah. So I think what a waste of time, what a waste of money, what a waste of false hope and all this. You know, it's just
I think right, just find a way to just get a midfielder
in January or something.
Midfielder in January, right? And then if you need to have an obligation to buy, just kind of have an obligation to buy. Just maybe get him a loan obligation to buy. I can't handle like this midfield for like forever. Whatever. And the reason why I brought up this question, right, is because I think we've never formally addressed it. And also, Real Madrid had a similar situation, but Alonso changed it to adapt to what the Real Madrid have. But the difference is that I will tell a lot of people, Real Madrid and Manchester United are 2 different teams.
Real Madrid players, right?
Yeah.
You even put like a... What's his name? Like a Thomas Frank in there. I think they will still be okay, bro.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's what you have, bro. Is that they say you are gonna work with what you have, right? But what if what you have is absolute garbage, bro? Yeah,
it's horrible.
And then you're garbage. You're gonna expect this garbage to turn it into gold? I don't think so, man.
Yeah, I agree.
So it brings me back to my topic again. There should be some repercussions, to be losing this kind of games. But nothing seems to hurt, lah. You know.
I got no idea, bro. Like,
bro, did you see the Mark Goldbridge rant after the game.
No, what did you say?
Bro, you go and watch. Okay, I myself haven't seen it, but apparently Bruno gave an interview like he was like lashing out on Lenny Yoro to deflect blame. Okay, so yeah, you go and watch the video later. I think when I heard it, I was like, bro, as a captain, you should be accepting responsibility, not like putting others in a bad light.
He also said that we shouldn't talk about the past. We should focus on the present. I'm like, bro, you are the definition of what is bad with United at the moment. And literally, the reason why I'm saying this right is because when
you don't never ever accept responsibility.
Not only that, bro, is that when they were 1-0 down, any captain would have told the team to calm down.
Yeah, he
himself panicked. Yeah. So that's where it's right. I think let's just keep it come to a conclusion, right? In a sense where both of us agree that the system should stay, but the players should change, right?
Bro, if like what Tana was here, I would just say the players change,
Yeah.
We've been saying the players need to go for like ever since what ever since what's his name, Ragnick. But you see 60% of the players are still here.
Yeah, because too many players have survived too many matches and they are not good enough. So let's just keep it at that. So moving on to the conclusion of this episode, which is the match of the week: Arsenal versus Manchester City. Arsenal currently, their captain is out injured, Odegaard. Do you know how long is the duration? Because it's quite a serious injury because he had to like really go off.
It was 4 weeks from the time he got it lah. So I would say maybe mid-October, bro.
So I think you're talking about mid-October, so you're about 4 weeks, about a month lah.
Yeah, but the thing about this Arsenal team, right, is that he can stay injured lah. I think they won't miss him for like he's not untouchable, so it's fine.
Yep. Which
they can just straight away plong in Eze, bro.
Yeah, which is what I wanted to ask you, right? Is that like if Eze plays and Eze does well, right? Should Odegaard even be back in the lineup?
Oh, then definitely not lah. If you don't change what works, if it works, why bother changing it?
Correct.
Unless there's cause for concern lah. Let's say Eze not playing well, then maybe you can shake things up, bring him back in.
But Eze played well lah, so
yeah, he's playing well.
So that's the problem, right? But I think let's just talk about Arsenal a bit, right? Where they are now, they are currently second behind Liverpool, right? The only difference between Liverpool and Arsenal, right, is that Arsenal didn't win one of the games. They lost.
They lost to Liverpool, ma?
Yeah,
bro.
correct.
They four games, right? One conceded. Only one conceded.
Yeah. No, but that's the thing. That's always been their strong side. They've always been a good defense wise. Yeah, so it's always been like the striker that's been a problem.
Certain games that they need to win, they don't win, right?
Yeah. They don't win when they need to win. Or they don't perform well when they need to perform well. It's always been like more or less like, oh, Arsenal's not gonna do well when their back's against the wall. I think if you compare both of them overall, right, they are still better than City in terms of current form. I won't say player strength wise. I think in current form. Because City, okay, they beat United 3-0, right? It is still a weak United squad. So
it's a scoreline that flatters them lah. Right.
Yep. So what exactly where exactly do we stand in like this particular match? Because if City win, City are right back in it already.
They catch Arsenal, right?
They catch Arsenal at 9 points. But if Arsenal win, right, City will fall back behind the leaders by quite a bit.
Like 9 points already.
9 points already, because they're 6 points behind Liverpool right now, and they're three behind. If they lose this game, right, it's 6 points behind the leaders. If Liverpool win.
No, now it's just 6. If they lose, then
if they lose and Liverpool win, right, it's 9
9
points.
9
points behind the leaders if Liverpool win.
Yeah, and then like it's only mid-September and you're playing catch up already.
Yep, which essentially puts them out of the title race sooner or later.
Yep.
Which is funny because Spurs are doing better than them. So, I don't know, bro. Like, where do you see this game going?
Bro, this game has a draw written all over it, man.
you don't think City? You don't think City can win this?
Because it's at Emirates, bro.
Even after, right, their like celebrity, like I beat Manchester United performance.
Oh no, definitely not, bro. I don't think they can win at Emirates.
So
only because right, I think like Arteta will try some funny thing.
So set piece and corner.
Yeah, I think so. But I think they will do well. I think City will defend well. They will close them off quite well. And then the fact that they have Donnarumma, right? It'll be tough to score lah, I think.
Yep.
So Arsenal can try all they want, but I think it will just be a draw game for sure.
But I do think, right, like this is a good test for Donnarumma in a sense where welcome to the league of crosses or the league of corners.
Set piece.
So basically, how can you how are you going to deal with, let's say, Arsenal get like 5 to 6 set pieces or corners?
Yeah, but you have Donnarumma, bro. So
Yeah.
he's big. He's not easily bullied. You have Ruben Diaz. You have who's the other centre back? Stones, right?
Yep, Stones.
Yeah. So yeah, lah. I think not easy, but for me lah, it will be a draw.
Okay. Prediction, final score? Prediction?
0-0, bro. Bro,
Wow.
as good as they are, right? I think Arsenal also will do their best to shut them out.
Yep. Okay. For me, right, 1-1.
You still end up say draw, man. I think it's draw.
I will say draw, but I don't think it's going to be 0-0 lah. But I will be surprised if City win over Arsenal. But I do think for the sake of everything, I rather they just have a draw. So with that, bro, you got anything else to add before we leave? Before we head off?
Just shout out. I think Saturday also is the Merseyside derby, Liverpool Everton.
Yeah,
quite a good game. I think it'll be Ishak's full debut lah.
yep. And we have Net next week.
Yes, so let him cover that lah. Yeah.
Let him cover. I'll let him cover that. All right. So with that, we have come to the end of this week's episode of the Football Kaki. All right. So that is it for this week's episode of the Football Kaki, brought to you by the Chit Chatter Podcast Network. For those of you who are listening in, we just want to say thank you, and we hope that you continue to watch our other shows, which are the Copy Bros, where we have some fun interviews lined up for you with different special guests, and then every Friday, we have our new show, the Lao Jiao Podcast, where we talk about the news in Singapore and sometimes the rest of the world. So, our guys, you can finally see their personalities and talk a lot of nonsense, because that is who we actually are off camera most of the time. But now it's actually officially on camera. So, enjoy it, have some laughs, listen to their unique takes on different things, and of course, see whether they make you say alamak. So, with that, have a great week ahead. Bro, you got anything else to add?
Nope.
Okay,
Enjoy
so with
football,
that,
man.
enjoy football. See you soon. For all Liverpool fans, have a great Merseyside derby. See you soon and bye-bye.